welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Paris the Empress. I'm here again with another video for you guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that way you are notified of any more content that I end up posting or any new videos. But today we are going to kind of catch up on this week. The start of this week has just been bad. I feel as though I've just been off in terms of my logs. And just knowing to use personal convenience for personal convenience and not interrupting my 10-hour reset, because that's obviously important, because if you interrupt it, you're going to have to take another reset. And that's what ended up causing me to have to switch over from mornings to overnight, because I had interrupted it for what I feel was that badly. In any event, I recently got that all situated. I ended up making it back to Dallas, my terminal, and asked my driver leader if it was okay if I could just go ahead and take a 34-hour reset, so that way I can have a fuller clock and just be ready to go when it was time to go, and also just catch up on some sleep because I needed it. That's how off I felt. Meantime, right now I am in Searcy, Arkansas. I just dropped off a load that was taken from Baytown all the way over here. There's a story for that whole entire pickup, because it was just a drop and hook. All I was going was to the distribution center, the Walmart distribution center that was out here. And what happened is that I had to pick up in Baytown, or was it Sam's Club? It was Sam's. It was Sam's distribution. But Sam's is owned by, let me not get into it. Let me not get into it. Let me just say distribution center. So I had to pick up at a distribution center at Baytown, and I had to drop off in Searcy, Arkansas. So the distribution center that I picked up in Baytown for, it was a drop and hook, and that particular drop and hook required that I end up dropping off in row 20 and pick up in row 25. So I ended up making it to row 20, and row 20 basically had a very well lit parking spot that I could have parked in. Very well lit. Very, 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 very well lit, given the time of day, given just my ideal situation. So as I'm trying to back into it, like I set myself up to be able to back into it, I was struggling a little bit, and then I see a Swiftie come on side of me. Another Swiftie come on side of me. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's trying to help. No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So as I was trying to back into that spot, I see that he was backing into one of the spots in row 5. So I was just thinking to myself, okay, all right, he's just gonna back into this spot and everything's gonna be fine. I know he blew on the air horn because you can't watch your blind side as you're going, so if we were both doing the alley dock and if we were too close to each other, we could have collided. So I got why he was trying to do that. So I heard the air horn. I was like, okay, let me move up a little bit so that way he can just back into his spot, because I saw that he was close to actually getting into it, even though he was struggling somewhat. So I was like, let me just let him get into that. Well, what happened is that he blew his air horn again, and then I saw him coming towards my way. Now, when I moved up a little bit more, I had moved up too much to where the spot that I was trying to get, I went past. So as I was trying to back, what he ended up doing was setting himself up the correct way and got into my spot, but was honking at me the whole entire time I was trying to back into it without even realizing, oh, he's trying to get it. And then I ended up stopping. That's when he ended up stopping in terms of blowing his air horn. And I was like, okay, now I just gotta wait for him to back into the spot and try and find another one, because now he could just chalk it up to, okay, she was being courteous. When really, hey, look, I needed that spot, but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, because why? There's no point. I know when to pick my battles. There's no place for me to argue at all. I'm not gonna sit up there and argue over a spot when there's other spots that I can go to. And sure enough, I did find one. It wasn't well lit, but here's what happened. He gets out of his truck, and the reason why I'm able to tell that he got out of the truck is because the parking brake released. So I had already gotten out of my truck, trying to get out and look and see where my spot was, because the other spot that I ended up getting wasn't well lit. It was probably more on the dimmer side. It was like practically dark. So he gets out of the truck, goes to where he thought I was. He thought I was in the driver's side. I wasn't. I was outside of the truck. I turn around, see him there. He's like, you need help?
Bruh.
I calmed down. In my mind, I was thinking, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. I knew it. 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 So I told him, no, I got it. I'm good. I'll figure it out. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. Because that spot that you got was the one that I was trying to get. And he was like, oh, well, I could help you with this other spot. I could just flash a light on it, and you could just get this spot. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'll figure it out. And then he went on to tell me, well, we're both a part of Swift. We need to help each other out. We need to, that's what we do. I see that you're struggling. Anytime I see somebody struggling, I try to help them out. And I'm thinking to myself, you didn't get out of your truck when I was trying to get into that spot and help me out with that spot, now didn't you? You helped yourself to it. So no, I'll figure it out. So, and that part I was thinking, but I kept on telling him I'll figure it out. So he continued on giving me the whole entire spiel of, we're Swift, we help each other, we help each other. I know when I was first starting, anytime I needed help, I would take any help that was given to me. And I was just thinking to myself, so after somebody took your spot, and then afterwards, it looks like they pity you, you decide to accept the help? Okay. And then another thing that kind of really just had it to where I wanted to end the conversation more swiftly is when he kept on looking me up and down, and it was making me feel uncomfortable, because it was making me feel very, 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 very uncomfortable. And so I'll figure it out, because of how he was, went into overdrive. It just did. Because you don't do that. You don't take somebody's spot, then afterwards don't even acknowledge, don't even give an apology. Don't even apologize, because it wasn't a big deal to you. It was just a spot. Yet if that was at a truck stop, because I equated to this, that's no different from me being at a truck stop, me finding a well lit truck spot, trying to get into it, and then somebody taking it, and then afterwards I have to park all the way in the back where there's probably just one more parking spot, or only several, but it's in really shisty areas. That'll put me in danger's way. Thank God it was not a truck stop, because then I probably either would go off or go to a rest area. But I would choose the latter. I would probably go to a rest area. I would. I would try to find one that has security. If it doesn't have security, hey, at least it's well lit. At least there's other truckers. So that was something. And then after that, he tried to say, well, I did try to help. I did try to help. No, you helped yourself to my spot. That's what you did. You helped yourself to the spot that I was trying to get and that I was setting myself up for. That was the only problem with that. It would have been different if he wouldn't have blown the air horn and he wouldn't have helped himself to the spot that I was trying to get. I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I really wouldn't have had a problem with it. I would have accepted the help. But you can't expect somebody to be receptive to help when you end up making a move like that. And I get that it happens. I've heard stories of people even fighting over trailers before. I've heard that. So I know for a fact people fight over truck spots. They really do. But I'm not going to be that person. I'm really not, because I'm not that person. That was on my conscience though. It really was. Yes, I did end up finding a spot. Yes, I did figure out the angle that I needed to do in order to get into that spot. Yes, I made sure that I got out and looked several times just so I wasn't colliding with another trailer. I did all of that. And I got the trailer that I needed to get in row 25 and came all the way out here to Searcy, even though it took me 2 days to get here. So the only thing that I can say for that situation is thank you for the lesson. Thank you so much for that. Because here's the thing, I'm not mad at Swift. It has nothing to do with Swift. I'm just not gonna accept help from you. Not after that. And that's what I was feeling in that moment. I'm just not gonna accept help from you. I don't care what company you work for. I really don't. I don't care if you work for the same company as me. You don't do what it is that you did and then expect me to end up accepting your help. It does not work like that. It just doesn't. Because I would feel some type of way. I was already feeling some type of way when he was offering the help. So that's all I gotta say about that. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Really, I appreciate y'all's feedback. Let me know if you've been in a situation like that before or something similar. And I'll see you in the next video.